This advice is only for people who are secure. So if you know you're in a toxic relationship, this is probably not for you. Something that completely transformed my relationship with God was including Him in my love life. When I decided to get back into dating, I realized it was important for me to start consulting God and including Him in every step of my dating process. And me including God is a whole separate conversation on its own, but I want to talk about one aspect of it. Instead of going to friends and family and all these other people about things that are going on in your love life or your relationship, I would advise you to go to God instead. I have standards, boundaries, rules for myself. So, in regards to relationship, one of them is that I don't believe in telling people about the arguments that you're having with your partner or whatever other issues you have. If I was in a relationship with this guy, I most likely wouldn't have said anything to anybody. But because it was the early stages of dating, I thought about telling my best friend, but I didn't. We got into a bit of a disagreement, and I was so ready to go message my best friend, girl, this guy said this. I can't believe this. I don't think I want to date him anymore. But I stopped myself and I decided that I'm going to keep this between me and him. I don't want to say anything to anybody until the two of us have our own private conversation and talk it out. In addition to that, I decided that I was going to start taking anything that I would have probably thought of saying to somebody to God instead. So from there, anytime I had a concern, not only was I going to bring it up with him, I would bring it up to God. I would pray to God about it. I would talk to God about it. I was never one to go to my friends in the first place, but sometimes you mention stuff to your friends, what's going on in your love life and what's not. But instead of doing that, I would go to God. No, I'm not going to lie to you. The difference between God and going to friends or family is that you might have to wait a little longer for God to respond, which is exactly what happened with me. If you message your friends, boom, you might get a reply like same second. In my case, I had to wait like a good month or so before I felt like I could hear God telling me what to do in this situation. It wasn't just, God, bring me a man. You know what I mean? Instead, now I'm actively including God. I'm asking God, okay, should I date this person? Okay, God, this situation, can you talk to him about it for me? Please. I'm not saying that it is wrong to go to your families and friends. Obviously, you can go to them. I'm just saying, consider going to God the same way you would go to your friends and family. And the reason why I said this is probably not for people in a toxic relationship is because I don't think that you should be hiding anything that's going on in your relationship when it's not healthy. The last thing you want to do is be stuck in an abusive cycle or relationship and isolated. So if you know you're having problems, yeah, you might want to tell your friends so that you can get out of that. Anyway, I hope that helps and you consider including God more into your love life. That is a whole other conversation, so maybe I will share more about it another time.